Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Here we go. First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Down. 180.
Here we go. Check.
Now the young man who was a Pro Bowler as an undrafted rookie, it's Phillip Lindsay. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10. From the gun, it's Carr. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
Calvin Ridley more than justified his first-round selection in 2018. 64 catches as a rookie and found the end zone 10 times. Did a nice job getting open right there and picking up a first down.
On first and 10, it's Lindsay. Credit the tackle to Darius Slay.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's second and 7.
Hey, we're good. 185. 89.
Safety's creeping.
Heavy.
Slam.
On second down, a run with Lindsay. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go.
Well, at that rate, picking up 3 yards a carry, you and I both know that doesn't cut it in this league and trying to get first downs unless you're playing 4-down football. Then that's a whole different situation, but I don't think that's what they're trying to do here. 3rd and 4, though, is still manageable.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Shotgun now for Carr. And that will be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Watching the ball. Hey, pick it up, lady. Switch.
Bang, young lady. Bang. 61. Max Fox, right. Bud.
Now a first-time Pro Bowler from a year ago, Lamar Miller. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. First down for the Giants as they pick up 12. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
From the 32 now, here's first and 10. Now it's Darnold. Steps away to his left. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws, somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead of going to an opposite color jersey.
Here's second and 10 now from about the 32. They'll try the right side here with Miller. And some space here. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Lamar Miller, touchdown number 18 on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. The extra point up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again. And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
The throw over the middle taken in. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 27 yards there, a first down. So the drive takes them into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 46. A run with Lindsey out of the gun. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. From the 39, Carr. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, but they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had to fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. Carr completes it. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A big pickup there for the Eagles' first down, 18 yards.
1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Now! 57. 180. Come on, hey, we're good. 180.
They'll run on first down. Lindsey. He'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Throwing now is Carr. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Olivier Vernon. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Working from the gun, it's Carr. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. On now is Vinatieri as he'll try the field goal. Spotted at the left hash, this from 45. And this is just outside the right upright. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road, so getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 10 yards, good for a Giant first down.
It's a gain of 10.
They're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you've said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
Check. We go set. Check. Man, Eddie. I don't even know why this team showed up. Check the backer. Check the backer. Man, Eddie. 36. Check 24. Check 24. Big gap. Big gap. Big gap.
On first down, Darnold. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by a Keller Witherspoon. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
The Eagles take over first and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Express.
They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer.
694.
So after the fumble recovery, it's Carr. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. That's caught inside the 20. Give him 30 yards there. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. Big Sheldon Rankins there to bring him down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They'll run. It's Lindsey. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. That leads us to a first and goal. It's a pickup of 8.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled them up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
They'll run with Lindsey, and he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
On 2nd down now. It's Lindsey, and he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a 3rd and goal. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. They'll try to run with Lindsey, and he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Philip Lindsey, his 19th touchdown now on the season, as they are now on the board here in the first half.
But they decided to run it in and got it done on 3rd and goal. A lot of times, that's a passing play.
And the kicker, this has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
Fielded about a yard deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They had the interception last drive, led to the tying touchdown, so 7-7 the score as they begin 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's going to take off with it. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir, able to turn that into a positive gain. And they're going jet sweep. Here's Tate. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 10 yards, good for a Giant first down.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Check three. Undercut, lady. Shift.
This is Miller. And he's got some space here. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 13 yards, good for a Giant first down.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right.
Smooth. Check. Crunch. Man, 80. Check nickel.
On 2nd and 10, Darnold. Flush to his right. And this one caught by Delaney Walker. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 34-yard line.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. On 2nd down, it's Miller. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5.
Watch the whip.
Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold, escaping the pressure right. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack. There he goes, right side. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. He is a difference maker at the linebacker position. He had a pick-6 last year, remember it, but it's different for those guys, isn't it, than a corner or a safety?
It certainly is because sometimes they're pattern reading, seeing what the receivers are doing. Sometimes they're spot dropping, just getting to a place on the field and finding the quarterback and going to the ball. But remember this, these linebackers, at one time in their life, a lot of them were running backs, and they love having the ball back in their hands and making big moves towards the end zone.
And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Lamar Miller. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
That's track. Slam.
They'll run with Miller. Oh, he's got a little daylight. A big chunk of yardage there, 37 yards.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Here we go, man.
Now it's Miller running right. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. The previous run good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
Bravo.
Check 55 to Mike. Check 55 to Mike. Let's go, dude. 80. Mike, 55.
And they'll try the air now with Darnold. To the catch made by Hopkins. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Son.
55, Mike, 55.
The lady.
Go. Motion. Mike, 55. Mike, 55.
Throwing on 2nd down. Darnold. And he'll hit his tight end, Walker. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Second down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining.
Hey, let's go.
Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time. 35 to Mike.
To the air again, Darnold. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. Now Harrison Butker for the field goal try. This will be, 38 yards out. Butker's kick here is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. On 1st down, right back to Lindsey. Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
And they extend their lead, a little added cushion into the lockers. What a way to finish.
Tremendous way. That's momentum that they carry in with them. Can they convert it and bring it back out to start the 3rd quarter?
Vinatieri connecting on the extra point. So we are at halftime here on a Monday night as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the 3rd quarter gets underway.
Here we go.
Here we go, son.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for him. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. A good pickup there, a 22.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep in the playbook and a great grab on the other end. Works his way inside the 30 on a pickup of 4.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
From the 29, Darnold. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to get him sack number 14 for him on the year. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Now Darnold. And the pressure gets to him again. DeMarcus Lawrence, what a season he continues to have, his 15th sack of the campaign. And the Giants send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
How about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. They'll go again with Lindsey. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Not too many more ideal situations in 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
Now a play fake. Carr. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Philadelphia! Darius Slayton with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation.
And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Eli Apple. Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Another run by Lindsey. And he'll go down at the 28. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Get him. Find down. Switch it. Come on,
Play action. Now it's Carr. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss it? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
Makes it 3rd and 8.
Yeah, baby. Woo! Down. 180. Hey, I'm coming.
Throwing his Carr on third down. Got a man, Slayton. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. One more time with Lindsey. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Phillip Lindsey, his 21st touchdown of the season. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now. No question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football. Yeah, what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off right around the 43. And they will finally get him down as he's all the way to the 36-yard line. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
We're good.
Now a carry for Lindsey. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Tackle made there by Nick Perry. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
They'll keep it on the ground. Lindsey, nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Eagles on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Now Carr. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. Now they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. That one goes for 30 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Darnold from the gun. It's complete to Snead. Touchdown, Giants! Willie Snead. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And thanks to the interception, the Giants offense cashes in with 6. Extra point right down the middle. And that will shave one more off this lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Certainly no reason to panic. They've got the 3-score lead, but the turnover last time, the interception that led to a touchdown, you'd have to think they might not be dialing that up again.
Yeah, probably not. They're still in fantastic shape, though, so I would imagine before he tried it out here for this series, head coach probably just leaned over to him and was like, listen, we're wearing these color shirts. Throw it to those guys, not the others. Try to make a joke out of it and just let him go out there with a little bit more confidence.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Lindsey, and he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle 1st down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Now, you're right at 8. Let's go, let's go. Switch.
On 2nd down now. It's Lindsey, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14.
Now, watch 57. 180. 180, we're good. 185. That's it.
On play action, it's Carr. That's complete to Slayton. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 42. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
He's got the 1st down here inside the 30. And down to the 27-yard line. And that's about the easiest decline call you'll ever have right there.
Well, it leads me to one of my pet peeves, and maybe peeves is too strong of a word, but if you're going to jump off sides, finish the play. Make sure the play ends. Don't jump off sides and stop, because you see the net result here. If you go ahead and finish the play, you don't give up that type of yardage. They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally.
Oh, now Lindsey lost the football, and the Giants have it. It's picked up. The big fella, the 20. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Butker on for the PAT. And that one makes this an 11-point deficit now.
Next to score, Eagles 35, Giants 24.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They're right back out there after watching the fumble go the other way. Still in control of this game, but that needs to serve as a wake-up call because they're not in the clear yet.
No, the message should be clear that fortunes can change pretty quickly when you turn the ball over. You got to take care of it, otherwise that lead could slip away quickly.
And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. They're not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. On the counter, Lindsey. And an alley to run. And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1. They'll keep it on the ground. Lindsey. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's a give to Lindsey running right. And he gets it down to the 32. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop. 1:50 left in the football game. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. A give running right, Lindsey. Pushing his way through. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Philadelphia picking up the first on a gain of 15.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
On 1st down, it's Lindsey, and he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. 12 more yards there and another 1st down. Starting to look like this drive, it may be the final nail in the coffin.
Well, this is why you work out so hard, right? This is why you spend all that time in the offseason. This is why you have those OTAs and mini camps. For these situations, these scenarios, to run someone into the ground and secure a victory.
Finally, defensively, they have a little clip to show positive for actually stopping him running the football.
It's been a really long night for them, hasn't it? So they got a little bit of a win there, but let's face it, the vision that he's had running the football has carried his feet to the open spaces and to big yardage all night long.
On 2nd down, it's Lindsey, and he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It's a pickup of 3, but still a little work to do on 3rd and goal.
It's now 3rd and goal. Tonight's final score.
A lot of scoring. There's no doubt about that in this one, Charles. Points, they were not at a premium. They were pretty easy to come by.
They were, but it was fun, wasn't it? Because both teams finding ways to click. And you know people who love this game, they also love baseball games that are 14-11 with 3 or 4 home runs mixed in.
So for the Eagles, it's a 10th win on the year as they move to 10-3. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Washington Redskins. Meanwhile, for the Giants, they can ill afford to drop too many more as they fall to 7-6 on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen. Are you ready? Are you ready?
Get ready, dog.
This be the green light, go. Tires burn the pavement. People wanna know when Mace, Potts, and Dave went.
Still here, still in your ear with a style so hot, you'll see where all the sun rays went.
Legs, arms, the head, all being moved in a frenzy.
The blends be all the right cred.
Meaning credentials.
Best of both worlds
When we rockin' over pearls in the instrumental.
Are you ready?
Set, jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go.
Keep it steady, to the letter right. Turn it up, we giving the show.
But can you rock it like rocket fuel?
What you talking about? Space out your mind.
But can you rock it like rockets,
That's a
fool?
close encounter of what kind? Gentlemen. When it was time to get it lit, we got it hot like fever.
Sick with the talk, pass to your receiver.
All about running the spot.
And you know we got breath control, so no need to take a breather.
Cardio kingpin.
Subjugate the dub play.
And you know we can't wait to bring spin.
A-star quizzes, A+ the final.
Vocals we align, we'll move it all
Simultaneously over joints we rock.
We earn
30 years so you can say we got
3 turns.
live off the board, unlike you and your chess men.
We install doubt in you and your yes men.
And if the game had veins, we'll insert
Upheaval the ground.
cause the adrenaline we blend with the sound is our thing, relieving the kings of all crowns. Are you ready? Are you set? Then jump to the rhythm as hard as you can